Good morning, students. Once again, welcome back to the physics class. Today we are going to discuss about Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. So about this concept, now we are going to learn. Before going to start the class, once again, I would like to revise yesterday's class. What was yesterday's class? Effects of electric current. There, what you learned. Suppose this is a conductor, otherwise this is an electrical wire. Whenever a current is flowing through this wire, around this region, some amount of magnetic field will be produced. Correct? Whenever current is flowing through this electrical wire, some amount of magnetic field will be produced. Correct? Now, after that, accept this, what you learned yesterday, then how to find the direction of that magnetic field? Yesterday we know. Correct? So, today's class is based on this concept. You can remember, whenever a current is flowing through this an electrical wire, some amount of magnetic field will be created. Okay. Now, today's our topic is Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. Here, first of all, let us consider an electrical wire. Let us consider an electrical wire. Let us consider an electrical wire. And in this wire, current is flowing through this an electrical wire. Let us consider an electrical wire. In that electrical wire, some amount of current is flowing. So that current I am indicating I. Whenever a current is flowing through an electrical wire, some magnetic field will be produced around this electrical wire. Suppose this is an electrical wire, means current is flowing in this electrical wire. What will happen? Some magnetic field will be produced. Correct? Like that, this is also an electrical wire. Through this electrical wire, some current is flowing. Whenever some current is flowing through this wire, some magnetic field will be produced around this wire. Correct? Now, let P be a point. Let P be a point. Let P be a point. At this point, okay, you can, I will tell you like this. Let P be a point. Let P be a point. The distance, let P be a point. It is placed the distance small r from the electrical wire. Let P be a point. It is placed at a distance small r from the electrical wire. So, how much distance? Smaller. Okay. At this point P, let us find the magnetic field of this electrical wire. At that point P, let us find the magnetic field of this electrical wire. Okay. So at this point we have to find the magnetic field. But it is difficult to find the magnetic field at point B at a time. Point P. It is difficult to find the magnetic field at point P of this total wire. At a time we have to find this total electric wire magnetic field, means it is very difficult. Okay. For that reason, what I am going to do is, now I am going to take a small element of this wire. I am going to take a small element of this wire. Okay, now this is the small element. Small element means just one part. Okay, now let us take a small element of that electrical wire. That small element length is dl. dl. Okay, let us take a small element on the electrical wire. That length of that element is small dl. Okay, now this is the construction, otherwise this is the theory about this Biot-Savart law. Now what I did here, let us consider an electrical wire. That in that electrical wire some amount of current is flowing. Whenever a current is flowing through an electrical wire, that electrical wire will produce some magnetic field around this region. After that, what I told, let P be a point. Let P be a point. It is placed at a distance smaller from electrical wire. At this point P, we have to find the magnetic field of this total electric wire, but it is very difficult to find. So let us take a small element dl, a small element on the electrical wire. The length of the small element is dl. Okay, and the angle between the dl, the angle between the dl and r is theta. The angle between, this is the dl, angle between the dl and this is the r, right? So the angle between the dl and r is small theta. Otherwise you can write like this also. This r is making an angle theta with respect to dl. Okay, note this. The angle between the dl bar and r, the angle between the dl and r is how much? Theta. Okay, now this is the theory about this Biot-Savart law. Okay, now I would like to tell a statement of this Biot-Savart law. Statement is nothing but a definition of this Biot-Savart law. It is fixed. It is fixed. Okay, you don't want to change this statement. You have to remember as strictly. So, statement or definition. Okay, first of all, before going to start this statement, I would like to tell you one more point here. At this point P, now what you are going to find? Magnetic field of this small element, not for this total electrical wire. Okay, you are going to find the magnetic field at point P of this small element, not for total electrical wire. First you can find this small element magnetic field at point P. After that you can find the total magnetic field of that electric wire by the use of the small element magnetic field. Okay, now so this small element, generally magnetic field means which term we can denote? B. Okay, but we are going to find here what? Small element magnetic field. So I am keeping here dB. We are going to find dB. At point P we are going to find now what? dB. dB means small element magnetic field. Small element magnetic field at point P. Okay, no need to write this one, just you can remember. Okay, statement. Now statement of this Biot-Savart law, I will write here. The magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to the magnetic field at point P, that means dB, is directly proportional to current passing through an electrical wire current passing through an electrical wire, comma, the magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to current passing through an electrical wire, comma, length of the small element, length of small element, comma, the sine of angle between the DL and R, the sine of angle between the DL and R, sine of angle between DL and R, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between DL and P. This is the statement of this Biot-Savart law. Once again I will tell. The magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to current passing through an electrical wire, comma, length of small element, comma, sine of angle between DL and R, and inversely these three are directly proportional and inversely proportional to square of the distance between DL and P. Okay, from this statement I will write some mathematical expressions. Then you can easily understand this. Okay, from this statement, the magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to magnetic field at point P. How much? dB is directly proportional to, this is the directly proportional symbol, correct? Directly proportional to current passing through an electrical wire. How much current is passing here? I. So directly proportional to I. Equation number 1. Current passing through an electrical wire, comma, length of small element. The magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to current passing through an electrical wire. It is finished. Next one, what? Directly proportional to length of small element. So dB is directly proportional to, what is the length of small element here? DL. Give equation number 2. Okay, and small element, comma, sine of angle between DL and R. Sine of angle between, how much DL and R here? This is the DL and this is the R. What is the angle? Theta. So dB is directly proportional to sine of angle between DL and R. Angle how much here? Theta. So sine theta. dB is directly proportional to sine of angle between that one DL and R. How much angle here? Theta. So sine theta. Equation 3. I am writing this everything is from statement only. Okay. dB is directly proportional to first one, current passing through an electrical wire. This one. Second one, dB is directly proportional to small element length. And third one, dB is directly proportional to sine of angle between the DL and R. What is the angle here? DL and R, theta. So sine of means sine theta. Okay, and sine of angle between DL and R, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between DL and P. Here, what is the distance between DL and P? This is the DL, this is the P. What is the distance here? R. So magnetic field at point P is inversely proportional to square of the distance between dl and P. Square of distance between dl and P means what? R square only. So dB is inversely proportional means what? 1 by R square. Equation 4. Okay. First equation, second equation, third one and fourth one. From this statement I wrote 4 expressions. Okay. Now after that, these 4 expressions are coming from only one statement, right? These four expressions, how I wrote from based on statement, correct? So we have to combine this, combine and write these 4 expressions. Okay, combine equations 1, 2, 3 and 4. So left side all in dBs only, right? So dB is proportional to I dl, then sin theta. This one by r square is there, by r square. So this is the combined expression of these 4 expressions. I numerator, dl numerator, sin theta numerator, r square denominator. So left side dB is there, dB only. Okay, dB one time only we have to write. So final expression dB is directly proportional to ideal sin theta by r square. This is the final expression of the Biot-Savart law. That is the statement. And this is the expression. dB is directly proportional to ideal sin theta by r square. Okay, you have to remember it is a very, very important relation. dB is proportional to ideal sin theta by r square. Okay. Now I would like to convert this proportionality to in equality form. Okay. So what I will do, dB is equal to, whenever we are converting proportionality symbol to equal, what we should do? We can take constant, right? K I dl sin theta by r square. I told you already this k value, before cases I told you already in the k value. What is that? Mu naught by 4 pi. Just write down dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. This is the value of dB and this is the expression of magnetic field at point P. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. Okay, so this is the expression of the magnetic field at point P. Now I would like to write this magnetic field expression in vector form. I would like to write this magnetic field expression in vector form. Okay, so vector form I would like to write. Vector means usually what we should do, we can indicate the bar, correct? We can indicate the bar in left side. So in vector form, dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I is I only. dl is nothing but a vector, this one. Okay, whenever you are writing this expression in vector form, dl is length means it is a vector, so we have to write dl bar, and sin theta is sin theta only, sin theta by r square. So this is the general expression of the Biot-Savart law. After that I wrote in vector form dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl bar sin theta by r square. Okay, but we have to write one more here. What? Direction. In right side we have to mention compulsory in the direction, because this is a vector notation. dB bar, this is a vector. This is the value of this vector. Correct? This is the value of this vector. Where is the direction? Must and should we have to mention in this side either I cap, j cap, k cap direction. Okay. Here we are finding the magnetic field. Here we are finding the magnetic field. Okay, but we don't know the direction. We don't know the direction. Whenever we don't know the direction of the magnetic field, what we should do? We should take an unknown direction. What is that? R cap. I don't know here. This is moving either I cap or either j cap, otherwise either k cap. I don't know. Okay, so only I took here an unknown direction, that is R cap. That is R cap. From here after, please observe carefully. Okay. First of all, I would like to ask one question. You can tell. Vector A bar is equal to, if this vector is moving 3 dimensions, means what? How we should write this? How to write this? That means A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. If a vector is moving in 3 dimensions, means if a vector is moving in 2 dimensions, means you can reduce this, correct? Otherwise, if your vector is moving only 1 dimension, means you can reduce this also. A bar is equal to A1 I cap. Only this vector is moving in only one direction. A bar is equal to A1. This is the magnitude. This is the magnitude, and IE. This is the direction. A bar is equal to A1 into I cap means A1 is the magnitude and I is the direction. So each and every vector having magnitude and direction. We know that from the definition of the vector, each and every vector having magnitude and direction. And how we can express, how we can write like this. A bar is equal to A1 into I cap. Otherwise, A bar is equal to A into I cap. Okay, this is the vector, this is the magnitude. B bar is equal to B I cap. Like that, R bar is equal to R I cap. First, suppose we don't know the direction here. We don't know the direction of the A bar. What we should do? Unknown direction, R cap. Here also we don't know the B bar direction. So B bar is equal to B into R cap. You have doubt, master, why you are taking only R? No need to take R. You can take N, that and all also. You want to take N, you can take N cap, small n cap. Okay, not only I, J, K. Unknown direction, you have to take anything. R cap, N cap, like that. Okay. So here also, this is the vector R bar is equal to R into R cap. This is the vector R bar. It is moving this like this. This is the R. I want to write this value. How I should write? R bar is equal to R into. I want to write the direction, but I don't know direction because it is moving horizontal means this R is moving horizontal means that is I cap. This R is moving vertical means that is a J cap. This R is moving this direction means that is a this direction means that is a K cap. But it's not moving any I, J, K directions. It is moving an unknown direction. So I have to write the direction here R cap. This is the value. Okay. So just you can remember this. Now I would like to convert this expression. So only I explain like this. Okay. So here dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl bar sin theta by r square. In the place of r cap, r bar value is r bar is equal to r into r cap, correct? So in the place of r cap, shall I write this value? That means I will send this side. So r bar by r is equal to r cap. In the place of r cap here, shall I substitute this value? R bar by r. Absolutely we can substitute it. So r bar by r in the place of r cap. R bar by r. Okay. Now dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r r into r square, r cube. This one is r bar. Okay, and you know the form of cross product. You know the form of cross product of vectors. What is that? A bar cross b bar is equal to ab sin theta. Correct? A bar cross b bar is equal to ab sin theta. So ab sin theta, in the place of ab sin theta, we can able to write a bar cross b bar. At the same time, in the place of a bar cross b bar, we can able to write ab sin theta. Correct? So simply, in the place of, here see, you can observe dl bar sin theta r bar. dl bar sin theta r bar is there. So in the place of this value, like that we can substitute now. Same, we can able to substitute in the place of dl sin theta r. dl sin theta r means, so dl bar cross r bar is equal to dl r sin theta. Correct, no? So in the place of this value, shall I substitute dl bar dot b bar, dl bar cross r bar? Absolutely, we can substitute. So db bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into dl bar cross r bar by r cube. From like this. If you want to write this one, means you can write. It won't write also, no problem is there, because you can write still here, no problem. You want to understood this, if you know this, means you can write this. Okay, db bar is equal to mu naught by 4.2 I dl bar cross r bar by r cube. If you not understood, please don't write this. Still here you can stop it. Still here you can stop this. Okay. Here, now db bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I sin theta dl bar r bar by r square into r cube. Okay, r square into r cube. Now db bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I sin theta. Here dl bar, no, dl bar means a vector. We can write vector magnitude into direction. Magnitude into direction. So I am writing here dl bar is equal to magnitude dl into direction r cap, and this r bar also, r bar is equal to r into r cap. Remember, this is the vector dl. So I am writing in the vector magnitude into direction, dl into r cap. R bar is equal to r into r cap, magnitude into direction. So please see, in the place of dl bar, in the place of r bar, I am writing these values. So please remember carefully this one. Okay, now dl r cap, and in the place of r bar, r cap. Okay, now by r cube, db bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I sin theta. Here I am writing dl into r. This r cap into r cap I am writing separately. R cap by r cube. We know already r cap into r cap. R cap into r cap means nothing is there in between. That is the dot only, no, into r cap into r cap, dot. R cap, nothing is there in between, so dot only, no. R dot r cap dot r cap, 1. I cap dot I cap dot I cap, 1. Correct. J cap dot J cap, 1. K cap dot K cap, 1. Like that, r cap dot r cap, 1. Okay. So here r cap, in between nothing is there. So this is the dot. Into means dot only, no. Into means dot. In vectors, into means dot. Into symbol, this means cross. Okay, remember. In vectors, dot means into. Correct. So here, nothing is there. AB means what? A dot B. That means A into B, like that. R cap dot R cap. So R cap dot R cap value how much? 1. How? I dot I 1. I cap dot I cap 1. J cap dot J cap 1. K cap dot K cap 1. Like that. R cap dot R cap 1. So this value how much? 1. So dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta into R by R square. Sorry, R cube. Next, dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. You know already A bar cross B bar means what? A B sin theta. Correct. A bar cross B bar means A B sin theta. Like that. DL bar cross R bar means DL R sin theta. Correct, no? A bar cross B bar from the cross product of the vectors. A B sin theta. You know the formula. Like the DL bar cross R bar means what? DL R sin theta. Please see here. DL R sin theta. DL R sin theta. So in the place of DL R sin theta, shall I write DL bar cross R bar? Absolutely we can write. So in the place of that value I am writing here I is I only, DL bar cross R bar by R cube. Here R cube is there, R cube. This is the expression of the magnetic field at a point. This is the expression of the magnetic field at a point P. Okay, this is the expression of the magnetic field at point P. dP is equal to mu naught by 4 pi dl sin theta ideal bar cross R bar by R cube. Whether it is difficulty to remember, you can remember this one. No problem. This is also correct. This is also correct only. You can remember this one. Okay. Mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by R into R cube. Okay. You can remember this one. Now, this is the final expression. This is the magnetic field at a point P of small element. This is the magnetic field at a point P of small element. But we have to find the magnetic field at small element, otherwise total electrical wire. We have to find the magnetic field at point P of total electric field, total electrical wire. Correct. So both sides I am making integration. Integrate both sides. Integrate both sides. Integrate both sides. Integral dB bar is equal to integral mu naught by 4 pi I dl bar cross R bar by R cube. Now here integral b cancel, so remaining what? B bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. I am writing this value outside. Integral dl bar cross R bar by R cube. This is the expression of the magnetic field at point P. This is the expression of the magnetic field B bar at point P of the total electrical wire. Okay, this is the final expression of the magnetic field at point P. Remember this. Okay, now I would like to take some cases. Case 1. Case 1. the angle between the DL bar and R, the angle between the DL and R is 0. I am taking the angle between the DL bar and R bar, angle is 0 I am taking. So instead of this theta I am taking 0. Theta value is how much? If theta is equal to 0, then what happen? P bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral DL bar cross R bar by R cube. Okay, DL bar cross R bar means B bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral DL bar cross R bar means DL R sin theta by R cube here. Okay, now D bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral DL R by R cube. Sin theta value, how much we are taking? 0. Sin 0 value 0. So 0. 0 into anything 0. So the total value is 0. Magnetic field is 0. If the angle between the DL bar and R, the angle between the DL and R, angle between the DL and R is 0, R is 0, magnetic field is 0. That means magnetic field is minimum. When the angle between the DL and DR, when the angle between the DL and R is 0, magnetic field is minimum. Minimum means it is 0. Okay, next point, case 2. Case 2. If theta is equal to 90, then same B bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral DL bar cross R bar by R cube. Same here also is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi. DL bar cross R bar means DL R sin theta, DL R sin theta by R cube integral. Now D bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi. In the place of sin theta, what value we have to substitute? 90. Integral DL R by R cube into sin 90. Sin 90 value 1. So D bar is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral. Here R cube cancel, so 2 will be there. DL by R square. Sin 90 value 1. So 1 into anything 1. This is the case 2 expression of the magnetic field. If theta is 0, magnetic field is minimum. Minimum means 0. If theta is 90, what is the magnetic field? Maximum. If theta is 0, magnetic field is minimum. If theta is 90, magnetic field is maximum. Okay, theta means what? This one. This value is 0 means magnetic field is minimum. This value is 90 means this magnetic field is maximum. Okay. This is the total explanation about the Biot-Savart law. It is a very, very important question. It is an important concept also. Okay. I hope you understood this class. If you have any doubts means after watching the video, please ask. Thank you.